Sorry I'm late. There's no excuses really apart from the fact that my tripod has broken and I'm currently propping my phone up. Alright, Lou. Currently propping my phone up on a candlestick. I'll take a picture after. So let's get Anne-Marie on anyway. Hello everyone. Hello. Look, I'm not going to move that actually. Oh, so sorry. Right. Carefully gonna invite you, Anne-Marie. Hi.
Hello.
I'm so sorry. I know you've been waiting for me. I've been like, text you at 1, like, are you ready? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make a cup of tea and I'll be back 10 minutes later. Are you ready? 5 minutes later. And I'm propping me phone up on a candlestick.
I was going, hurry up! Hurry up!
I'm so sorry. Hi, Anne.
All right?
Are you all right?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, busy morning, and I've had to put a light on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon because it's absolutely awful.
Yeah, it's minging, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean it's like this all the time because we just live down the mines up here in the north. We're just in caves all the time. Anyway,
yeah.
Hi everyone, and welcome to ADHD Uncut, episode 5, I think. I think with Anne-Marie.
Who's keeping count? Who's keeping count?
No, clearly. And I'm really, really, really pleased. And I'm really excited for this chat because I think it'll be fun. But yeah, was really excited to get you on because I think that you're one of the few people as well that sort of been through this journey with us as well, haven't you? While I've been discovering it, and then you also discovering things about yourself as well. And I think it's good to get an all-round view on it all and different experiences and things like that. So these chats are not planned. They are not. They will go off on a tangent, especially me and Anne-Marie. We will probably talk about. I don't know where we'll get to.
It could go anywhere. If you ever joined us on Clubhouse over lockdown, you know it could go anywhere.
Exactly. So yeah, so bear with us, but it's real, it's raw, it's experiences, and it's very personal to us. So we'll just spread a bit of awareness and enlighten people. So, and apologies if my phone falls off the candlestick, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll just hold it.
I'll just step up and do a dance or something. Distract everyone while you get it back on.
Yeah. Well, there was a time where I thought, because back in the Clubhouse days, obviously you had to cover for me quite a lot when I made my tea for just as we were about to go on, or with the toilet or something like that, and I needed the toilet before, and I thought, could I just go once I start the live? Like, would that be okay to do? And then I thought, no, but then I thought, Anne-Marie would literally keep everyone entertained.
Yeah. Many a time, like, right, Rachel, you ready? Yeah, I'm just cooking my tea. We're just about to start the room. Oh, you'll be all right for a bit. I'll come on in a minute. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
You're really good at filling, though. Really, really good. I wouldn't have left it to anybody else.
Like that. Just keep filling. Yep, just keep filling. Yeah, okay, carry on.
Oh, so funny. So first of all, do you want to introduce you? Oh, Charlotte's saying, "Where's the blue suit?"
Charlotte, it's for face-to-face events. All right. The next one is next week. Wait till you see that outfit. We're basing it on the pale blue, but we're going full kit next week. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I feel like I need a little teaser of that, man.
Yeah, it's all good. What did you want me to do? Introduce yourself.
Sorry. So yeah, blue suit. That wasn't the question, Charlotte. No. I hope that answered the question. Introduce yourself, please, to everyone.
Oh, this is going so well. let them finish and then you can add it in. But I worry, but that I'm going to forget. I've got
Yeah.
a really good point I want to make, and I'm going to forget it if I don't say it.
Hmm.
But also by trying to engage in the conversation as well, it sort of stops me sort of drifting off.
Yeah.
And then go, sorry, what were we talking about?
Yeah. It's a really hard balance to get, isn't it? Because
Mm.
sometimes I feel like my brain it is like in different segments and it's all trying to do. So it's like, right, I'm trying to follow the conversation. I'm trying to remember my point and make my point, but also not make my point before it's my turn.
Yeah,
But then I'll forget and then I can't contribute
yeah,
to the conversation and then it looks like I don't know what I'm talking about. But it's
no,
not. It's dead frustrating. It's dead frustrating. I think you're much better at not interrupting than me. I think like you've obviously built I'm working on it. I'm
yeah,
working on it. But I think sometimes if something's mixed in with the passion and the impulsiveness and it's like if I don't say this thing that I need to say, I'm gonna explode. You know what I mean? Like that
yeah,
feeling
yeah.
say it now. Um so yeah, definitely. Anyway, we've went off on a tangent straight away,
Of course
which
we did. Of course we did. Yeah.
I just quickly back to Clubhouse. Do you think that was a hyperfixation for you?
Oh, definitely. I think there were, however long it was, the point where I would wake up and check what rooms were going on. Um, Obviously, every Tuesday it was we were there every Tuesday evening, but then there were like Friday lunchtime rooms. There was franchising rooms. There was dance rooms, and yeah, I think. But that was quite a whole thing for me during lockdown anyway. You
Mm-hmm.
know, launching TikTok or that. I
Yeah,
don't just do something and flip with it. I do something.
yeah, full,
So
full.
yeah, Clubhouse was definitely that. It was like, right, this is a great new platform. Let's go for it. And
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure most people could just go, oh, I'll just dip in and out of it. But I'm like, I'm on there every day checking out what's going on.
Yeah, and there was people, you know, when we ended up telling people about it, didn't we? And like advertising it to like the wider kids activity industry and the franchise industry and stuff like that, and saying, "Oh, come and join us on Clubhouse." And I could never understand the people that could dip in and out of it because I was getting invited to speak in rooms like left, right, and centre. Like once, do you know what I mean? And I was like, well, I need to speak in that room. They want me to speak. They want Rachel Faye to speak, and I need to speak. And I couldn't not. I don't know. I couldn't just. And they were like, oh, I just dip in and out. You know, I'll come on for your thing, but then I'll not go on for the rest of the week. And I'm thinking,
Wow.
and I think it was, you know, it would have been interesting to have known about the ADHD then, because I think it would have made a lot of sense, and
Yeah,
there would have been a lot more ADHD rooms with Rachel and Anne Marie.
yeah, yeah,
But you know, I think even like I'm gonna meant like I know there was Claire and Sean and that was on, but Sean sometimes he would be in them all night, and
yeah,
I would be like, right, I need to be in there too. What's
yeah,
being discussed with the franchisors in America? I needed to know.
yeah.
It's just hard to break the cycle, isn't it? Of
It
that,
is because it's an element of FOMO, isn't it?
yeah,
Just, and I get that a lot, like not turning down opportunities because I fear that I'll be missing out on something that could. I'm quite a big believer in fate and things happening for a reason, and you
yeah,
meet certain people for a reason, and then so I feel if I say no to something, that's affecting an opportunity that could lead into something else and develop into something. You know, after that point, you're like, oh my God, did I come across as a bit egotistical or a bit, I'm going to sit here and if you want to talk to me, come and talk to me. Whereas actually, it couldn't be anything further from the truth. I was sat there and I'd been, you know,
mm,
we both spoke on stage. We did the big mass TikTok. You're constantly chatting. There were so many people that went for drinks, which was brilliant. But you really did want to go and
yeah,
talk to everyone. And I remember just
yeah,
getting to a point where I had to just sit on that table and just, I probably looked a bit rude for a bit because I just had to sort of mindlessly scroll on a few things or just
yeah,
check a few notifications. Um,
mm-hmm,
just to almost switch off.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then that perception that you're giving off then worries you, and then you go, oh God, what do they think of me? What do they think of me? And
Yeah, no,
yeah, a lot of that.
you automatically, when you're the way that you are and you give off that energy, people think that you are fine in those types of social situations. And just like you, I had to go outside. You know, I did about 5 times at ICAP in that, because that was too much. Like,
Right.
people are trying to talk to you, but I'm listening to somebody's conversation in the corner of the room,
Yeah.
and I don't want to come across rude, and I don't want to come across like uninterested, or like that I don't know what they're saying, or I don't know what my face is doing. Is my face like frowning because there's too much going on? It's too, I don't know, it's too much.
So I think for me, a form of deflection from awkwardness is humour.
Yeah.
So, you know, we all have to go up on stage when someone else has won. So what do? Oh, I try and be funny and go,
Yeah.
or, you know, we all have a nice photo together and you're getting all your angles right and I'm just whacking my leg up. And those sort of things, I think I'm just deflecting and trying to relax a situation and bring some humour into it. And then you sit down, you go, oh, why were you such a dickhead? Why
Yeah.
did you do that? Like, what took over you? Why did you think, oh, let me pull a funny face and let me whack my leg up there, let me go to the photo booth area and whack my leg up there again? And that's, yeah, that's where the regret part comes in for sure, because in the moment I want to deflect from something that could be awkward or something that could be too serious, and I think I want to be funny.
Yeah.
And then sort of think, yeah, probably no one else found that funny whatsoever.
I'm always laughing, and actually, you forget that a couple of weeks ago I had me up on the top of the roof of your car. So if you want to have a up challenge, I reckon that would be quite
Then
interesting.
that's what we do next then. Okay.
Yeah, what we would do.
Perfect.
But yeah, we are funny though. Let's be real. Like, you're saying that we use humour to deflect, and we do, but I reckon we are really funny. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
You know, I often will record a TikTok or we'll do something and we'll sit there and be like, I'm hilarious.
Yeah.
And more people need to know how hilarious I am. And then you understand that conversation has only gone on in your own head, and everybody else is just like, okay.
Yeah, well, I think we are hilarious.
I'm a bit more considered on things that I do now, but you know, I used to just, obviously I'd re-record things over and over again, but mainly because I wanted to get the lip syncing right. But I'd lip sync to toddler voices and stupid things that just random.
I bet you will do that over and over again until you get the lip sync perfect.
Absolutely. And then when I go to download such videos to repurpose it on other platforms, sometimes the platform that I use unsyncs the sound, and it absolutely infuriates me. Just yeah.
I'm like, I mean, I couldn't. I need to. You should see me camera roll. Like, when I've tried to do lip syncing once, it's like in the hundreds. Like, I'm like, no, that tiny little mouth movement was not good enough.
Yeah.
No. So no, I forget that. I forget that naturally a performer. I don't know how I forget that. I honestly do not know.
I think it's just awareness. So my son is very hyperactive. So all throughout primary school, he was the chatty one. He would have some fidget toys in his class. He had a wobble cushion for a little bit. And if he wasn't quite engaged and stimulated enough, he'd be all over the place. And so we started discussions with the Senko at the school then about our son. My husband's a teacher, and so whenever they did Senko training at their secondary school and they would run through traits, he'd be sitting there doing all of them.
Yeah.
So My son and my husband, none of us are diagnosed. My son and my husband are quite your classic male ADHDers, hyperactive, can't sit still very well, fidget a lot, but they are very sporty.
Yeah.
So when my son started secondary school, this channel of sportiness sort of really helped on the hyperactivity side, and it also helps them be able to sort of channel and focus.
Yeah.
You know, my husband's assistant head, so he's successful in what he does. It's never been a hindrance to him. But it wasn't until you started talking about it, and I was like, really? Oh no, I'm not. I'm energetic. I come from a performer background. Yeah, annoying things I would do, or awkwardness, or things like that, and doing something and then spending days regretting. And you go, oh, yeah, no, I am wired a little bit differently, aren't I? And yeah, I can get on with something, and I can be doing this, and the cooking can be going on here, and the washing can be being done at the same time. I think the only negative bit of that is sometimes I will walk into my kitchen and I can see that a cup of tea was started, and that the washing was started, and that I'd got stuff out to prepare for dinner, and then the laptop is still open. That you do sometimes walk in and go, yeah, there's about 6 different things on the go here, and I haven't finished one of them yet.
Yeah, 100%. And I think you it's not like, you know, when your hyper focus is going to activate. Like, you don't get any warning, like, right, 9 p.m. tonight, hyper time. Like, it just comes. And I mean, there's some days that, as you know about you, but I can feel completely defeated. Like, I can motivate myself, and then the RSD side, I'll beat myself up for not being able to motivate myself. But then, like you say, you have other times where you're like, I am so good. Like, I was laughing so much about you saying, like, oh God, I'm so hilarious. Sometimes I'll come off something, you know, where we've like, sometimes it was Clubhouse when we'd had a really good room, and we were like really providing value, weren't we? And we're like talking all this stuff, and then we got all the messages after thanking me, and you think, oh, I know, like, I know what I'm talking about. But then this, it's so all or nothing. It's either you sound like I'm full of myself here, or I really sound like I'm really, really self-critical. Planning and
when people talk about their, you know, what's your exit strategy and what's your 5-year plan, and that I ain't got one.
Yeah, what's that? Like, people have exit plans? Like, yeah. No, I think it's planning ahead. Like, I'm very much, I can be catastrophic in me thinking of like, oh, that's going to happen, like things that are going to happen in the future. But I can also like trust in what I'm doing, not winging it. You know what I mean? Not because to other people, obviously we're successful, we do really well, and we're not just winging it. But I think it's that bit in our brain all the time that is like you were saying before, not feeling worthy of that award, worthy of that, you know, being on a stage speaking or anything like that, or even being asked to do anything. It's that self-worth. And
so many people have said that.
You know what? You know, when we sat in London, it's not like, I think I might have like tried to say it in a very like, I'm surprised I didn't just say it. Did I not?
No, you've implied it a few times, but you know, I think you were sort of waiting for me to come out and explore things as well.
Because I'm so kind of not impulsive like that, where I would tell somebody, you know.
But also, I think back to planning.
Yeah.
For me, as you say, we're not completely winging it. Carl. And that is, me and Rachel were discussing conversations. I just dive straight in, and then I've said something awkward, and I regret it. But the planning part for me is, I know I'm competitive, and I'm competitive with myself. And if I set too many goals, that when people say to me, "What is your goal?" and bloody franchising does it all the time. What is your goal for the next amount of franchisees, or to go international with it? I go, I don't like setting those goals, because if I haven't got close to those goals, or even remotely near to those goals, my decision process may then change.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you're interviewing potential franchisees, if I've got that goal constantly here, which it would be, and I'm talking to prospective franchisees, I'm going to be blocking out any red flags that might be coming up, because I need to reach that goal.
Yeah.
And that is not something that we should be doing in franchising, because it should be about making sure we are making ethical decisions to take on the right people, so that it works for them as well for us as the brand. So I think that's a big barrier for me. I hate setting goals where it might then make me change my decisions. It might force me into rushing something, or force me into going into a direction that we might not be ready for. I like to put stuff out there all the time, and I'm always exploring, where can we find more franchisees, and what avenues can we explore, and let's, you know, we've explored a few different countries and stuff, but I've never set it as a goal to then affect the process or affect my decisions moving towards that.
You're just taking the next step.
Yeah.
You've went very franchisey there.
I did, and quite proud of myself there.
But it's absolutely fine. But you're totally right. And yeah, planning, I think it's almost sometimes those types of goals set you up to fail, doesn't it? Because we set very high expectations of ourselves anyway. And I think it's that added pressure, and you're working towards something that ultimately, it's like my blooming daily to-do lists. My to-do lists have goals on them that are like, I won't achieve for like 5 years. Yeah, I get in Monday morning and I write it at the top of my list. And it's like, wait, and then I'm looking at it at the end of the week on Friday, like, still haven't done that. Anyway, sorry. And thank you for coming back on. I just messaged her and I said, do you want to come back on? No, I was like, come back on. And then I suddenly thought, oh, just forcing her to come back on. So I said, if you want to, do you actually want to? Can you?
I was like, go on then.
How are you going to say no to that, really?
Yeah, I can't say no to you. That's the problem.
I have issues planning, so I've delegated to staff. Yeah, absolutely. For me, I think delegating, I'm getting a lot better at it, but it's more of a control issue as well. So I know I know we can't be good at everything, and we can't do every part of the business, but God, will I try. But I'm getting better at saying, look, that isn't my strength. Try and delegate that out. And I'm just need to work on the losing that control of it. Are you the same?
Yeah, but I think you want to try and get the best out of your staff as well. I think for me, I just want to stop trying to take over all the time and let them do their job. I've stopped attending loads of like head office meetings so that they can get on with things without me keep butting in, and then they just write up the notes and then I make comments afterwards. And they've asked me to go on to on the next one because there's a bit more input needed. But yeah, you have to recognize that actually I could try and do that, but it really isn't a strength of mine. And yeah, definitely play to your strengths, and just get people who are better than you.
100%. Yeah. Hey ladies, loving this. So good to hear you both nattering to each other. People love listening to us talk, don't they? I don't know why.
I have no idea why.
But yeah, we'll do it again. Sorry, Orange just got back. Okay. Right, well, anything else that you would like to say? Thank you so much for coming on and doing this, because I know I didn't really give you much choice, but I appreciate it.
No, I always love chatting to you. It's always
I know. I know.
Hey,
And
Sam.
it's fab to get. Yeah, we can talk. This is now the second hour.
We've already done a whole hour, Sam.
Oh God! And I don't. You might say no. Actually, I would do another one. I'll get you back on.
Yeah, we'll do another one. I
I
know,
think
Donna. I had to think. We had to overthink it into all the pros and cons there.
we'd do. Yeah, yeah, 100%. So thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your story and just being you. You know what I mean? Um, that's the type of people that I love. So you are joking. We're not joking. This is the second hour.
We got kicked off. It just chucked us off after an hour, so we had to come back on.
Oh, good God.
You got to get